So, how are these kind of applications built? What's involved in
Yep.
doing this? Is this something that any user can create an Office business application,
Yep.
or is it a developer tool?
Well,
how are they created, and what tools do you use?
Yeah, so first of all, it is a developer task to develop Office business applications, but the good news is that Microsoft do provide you with the tools to do it. So what you need there is what's called Visual Studio Tools for Office, and that's basically an add-in to Visual Studio that gives you the templates that you need to write Office add-ins. And in Visual Studio 2008, it's actually included out of the box. So the great thing there, it's all the same tools, the same programming languages that you're used to. So if you're already developing web applications or Windows applications, it's still Visual Studio, it's still C# or VB or whatever you're into. So there's not a whole lot of learning curve there. It's just some new templates you start off with, and then it also comes with a client-side runtime that needs to be installed on the client machines.
Okay. So, SAP has an application platform and their own development methodology and development tools. So why on earth would somebody, who's implementing SAP choose to use Microsoft technologies to do this versus what SAP has?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. So within the SAP technology stack, there's a whole application platform as well. And it's very much a case of horses for courses. We can obviously get into some quite religious discussions around which application platform is better than the other. But I dare to say that the Microsoft.NET platform has proven to be quite a cost-effective way of getting SAP functionality delivered to users. And simply because on the SAP side of things, on their application platform, there's a lot of different technologies involved. You've got various flavors of ABAP or WebDimpro. You've got ABAP, you've got Java, they've got BSP, they even got .NET in there. They've got a lot of Adobe technologies. They've got Adobe Forms and Flash Islands and whatnot. So if you actually want to have capabilities in all of these UI technologies, it becomes quite a challenge for the organization. Whereas in the .NET framework and the .NET application platform, you've got one set of tools, one set of programming languages that you use to target multiple UI platforms, whether that be Windows Mobile, Office applications, web applications, Windows Smart Clients, or Forms. So it's all the same tool set, the same developers, same resources, and the same programming languages.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Working at Microsoft, we actually run our business on SAP as well. So we're a big SAP customer. And I guess, in effect, I use SAP every day because it's our finance system and it's our HR system. But, I can say I've never seen an SAP screen throughout all that. So, we use, I guess, technically we use Outlook business or Office business applications ourselves. And as a user, it's just using it all through Office and spreadsheets and browsers and that sort of thing. So I guess we're a great example of certainly depending on SAP to run our business, but also having a user experience that's really comfortable for me as an end user to carry on with that. So, so I guess, I'd like would you have any piece of advice or tips or strategies on creating OBAs for organizations?
Yeah, so this has obviously been my focus area for the last couple of years, and there's a couple of critical success factors. I just want to mention that if you do want to venture into this space and use Office applications in front of SAP, and first of all, I guess I've been talking to lots and lots of customers about these types of solutions, and without fail, the first question that always comes up is security, right? So they're obviously worried that big investment they've done in setting up all the authorization hierarchies in their ERP system is going to be bypassed because we start connecting through web services. And the other thing is obviously the infrastructure guys start getting worried about, what do we need to put in place? And obviously if you do want a seamless user experience in this space, you will need to implement some sort of single sign-on. So security, for one, is definitely something you do need to address. The other thing is, a very good piece of advice here is focus on the high return on investment type scenarios. So you're not trying to rebuild the line of business system here. So if you're finding yourself going down a track where you keep rebuilding lots of screens that are already available in the line of business system, you're probably starting to move into the space where you're serving the power users rather than casual users. And then it's no longer cost effective to use Office business applications. So focus on those little sharp scenarios, kind of like the purchase order approval one I mentioned to you. It's a very, very simple scenario, very simple UI, but it's got a big impact because it solves a very important problem. And I guess the last one, last critical success factor I want to mention is that now that you are actually no longer just developing in .NET, you're integrating with a back-end system, it's very unlikely that a .NET developer is going to be able to do this by himself or by herself. So you do need to engage the line of business experts. You need to probably engage with some technical guys from the line of business system, and also some of the functional guys that understands the process and the functionality of that system. So those are probably the three main things.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate that. Some of the customers I work with that have SAP and Microsoft, and they actually run them as two separate shops within their IT department. And so a solution that bridges the two worlds is actually very hard to coordinate, because there's different owners and different application people that work with both of those, and it's hard to get them together and talk. So certainly appreciate those tips and insight on how to get those organizations working together. So thanks, Kristian, for your time today, and I look forward to working with Extend Technologies out in the field, continuing to work with you guys, and really leveraging the investments organizations have in both SAP and ERP systems and the Microsoft world as well, and bringing those together so the customers get better value out of both of those.
Okay, thanks, Ian.
All right, and we'll see you around TechEd here and enjoying the Gold Coast and
absolutely
at the party tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay.